Hello everyone, this is EdRay1416 here with a video about the spring garden. Who all remembers my video on the autumn garden on October 10th, 2016? This video explained what foods to grow in the seasons. And if you've seen some of my videos about the autumn garden, you know that there was a lot of progress made on those videos. Why did I not do updates very often? Real life situations and constant stormy weather. The stormy weather attracted a lot of bugs, which in turn screwed up my two-fertilizer experiment. What do I mean by two-fertilizer experiment? First, wood ashes. The constant stormy weather made it difficult for me to gather up the branches to put in the burn pile and have a fire. Second, diluted urine. Ever since November of 2016, I bought a ceramic pot for $4 and used it to piss in. So yeah, even though I'm still out of work, I have a pot to piss in. Why did I use two fertilizers? In the case of wood ashes, the green plants needed a lot of calcium plus traces of other minerals including selenium, copper, iron, and a tiny trace of arsenic for my bone marrow to stay healthy. Even though I couldn't get access to wood ashes all the time, whatever I could get I was able to make the greens more nutrient dense than an application of Miracle-Gro. In the case of diluted urine, mainly for nitrogen purposes. Why dilute your urine in water? It's to lower the acidity of your urine, which can burn plants if the urine is purely in contact with the plants. So diluting urine in water makes the urine safe enough to help plants grow steadily every day. The other benefit of diluted urine is that it will keep the bugs from eating your plants. They hate the smell of urine. Of course, another benefit is putting certain nutrients back into the soil. If you take a load of minerals like I do, you will have a very yellow urine, which consists of excess minerals coming out of the body. So if your urine has excess minerals, you can dilute that in water and recycle the minerals back into the soil. Now that I explained the two-fertilizer experiment, let's get on with the presentation. The spring garden is a time of year where the majority of crops are grown. Not just rice, wheat, tobacco, and cotton, but also fruits and vegetables. For the spring garden, you better be prepared to use up as much garden space as you have. Why? Because you'll want to grow vegetables, legumes, grains, and summer fruits. But what if you can't grow grains due to gluten sensitivity? I personally can go without grains of any kind. I will speak from personal experience and tell you what the following foods should be planted. But first, let me say that the weather has been extremely warm and the spring season is yet to start. For anyone living in the warmest areas of America, go ahead and start your spring garden now. Get ahead and start a garden because this is the warmest winter on record. For you people that are fed up with poor quality taste in food, pay attention. For vegetables, you plant peppers, bell, jalapeno, habanero, etc. You also plant tomatoes, squash, green beans, if you have a trellis, carrots, potatoes, and cucumbers. If you want to try growing green vegetables, be my guest. But I gotta warn you that leafy green vegetables can wilt in very hot weather. Trust me, I've seen it happen in 105-degree weather in the summer of 2011, my first year of gardening. Now for the summer fruits. If you don't count certain orchards like blueberries, plums, bananas, and grapes, there are certain fruits that you can grow for the summertime. Strawberries are perfect to start off with. However, it is usually best to start strawberries in a pellet dome for consistency with the heat and humidity. Evaporation and convection can lead to condensation, which can help the starter pellets stay moist longer. Once the strawberries sprout, let them grow for another week before transplanting them either in a flower pot or directly into the ground. That will give your strawberries leverage as the temperatures get warmer by springtime. Afterward, you can try the two-fertilizer experiment and see if wood ashes and diluted urine can help your strawberries yield plenty of strawberries. Of course, you should clean them before you eat them. Common sense. The main summer fruit is of course watermelon. Not only is it a great thirst quencher, it tastes great. The only downside is that watermelon is a natural diuretic. So if you're going to dine on watermelon daily after the harvest, be sure to eat a nutrient-dense meal every night as well as taking colloidal minerals. If you grow watermelon successfully, say goodbye to paying $4 to $8 for a watermelon. Remember, watermelon plants need a lot of space to spread their vines, that way watermelons can yield and grow. Yield is an increase the number of fruits per vine. This will be interesting to use the two-fertilizer experiment on. The secondary summer fruit is cantaloupe. I remember having sweet cantaloupe in the summer of 2011 in the midst of a huge drought. It was the sweetest cantaloupe that I've ever had. Hopefully again, I can grow cantaloupe and feast on plenty of fruit. Another summer fruit is honeydew melon. These are melons that are green on the inside and are usually super sweet. It tastes perfect when you add cottage cheese on it. So to recap, strawberries, watermelon, cantaloupe, and honeydew melon are the summer fruits. Now for legumes. When you think of the term legumes, you think of beans, pinto, red kidney, black, navy, and purple whole peas. A lot of people love beans mainly because it is packed with protein. Yes, beans are high in fiber, but the fiber in beans are very natural, thus protecting you from blood sugar spikes. Whatever legume you decide to grow, best of luck. For people that are not sensitive to gluten, if you want to grow wheat, I won't tell you otherwise. But what about those that want to grow gluten-free grains? There's sorghum, which used to be a diet staple for people about 150 years ago. Sorghum wasn't just to make a loaf of bread with. They also used portions of the sorghum to extract the sugars out of them to make sorghum syrup. From personal experience, sorghum syrup is very strong, but it tastes good. Remember, sugar was rare, so the only access to anything sweet aside from fruit for the poor people was sorghum syrup. What about other gluten-free grains? Other grains include millet, buckwheat, which is ironic because wheat has gluten, and of course corn. Because a lot of corn is considered GMO, if you want heirloom corn, go online and research what is considered heirloom. I can think of 2 corn varieties off the bat that are verified heirloom. First is Golden Bantam. Second is Hopi Blue Corn. This blue corn was pioneered by the Hopi tribe of Arizona, so props to them for cultivating such a fine product. So there you have it. To recap, for vegetables, grow the following: carrots, tomatoes, peppers, squash, greens, and eggplants. For fruit, strawberries, watermelon, cantaloupe, and honeydew melon. For legumes, beans and purple whole peas. For grains, sorghum, millet, buckwheat, and corn. Remember, try the 2 fertilizer experiment. Wood ashes to nutrify the plants, diluted urine to boost growth and fend off pesticides at the same time. You'll never have to spend money on chemical fertilizer and pesticides ever again. Plus, when you dilute your urine in water, you save money on your water bill by not having to go to the toilet just to urinate. Remember, men, get yourselves a pot to piss in and then pour a certain amount of urine in your water bucket. From personal experience, since I did this for my fall garden, diluted urine works effectively like a pesticide, but makes your food a lot safer to eat. Meaning no negative hormonal effects compared to supermarket food. Diluted urine also puts good bacteria back into the soil for a strong defense against pests. Anyway, this is EdRay1416 here with a video about the spring garden. Thank you and good day.